Hey guys, welcome back to my channel, and today I'm going to show you how to make vanilla sprinkle cupcakes. So I'm very excited, and this is my first video in about 6 months. I'm very excited to start posting again because I'm going to start posting a bunch of baking videos. So as you can see, I've got my apron on, my personal apron, which is really nice. I'm going to show you all the equipment and ingredients, and then I'm going to walk you through it. So yeah, and we're back. So I'm now going to show you what equipment and ingredients you need to use for the recipe. So yeah, I'll start with equipment. So you're going to need a mixing bowl about this size. Yeah, this size is pretty good, and also a sieve. Just wrap myself in the face with that, but yeah, and a sieve because we don't want any lumps in our cake. The next bit of equipment you're going to want is a whisk. A hand whisk or electric whisk will do. I'm using a hand one. I do have an electric one. I don't know where, but so I'm just going to use a hand one, but they do the same job. And then next is like tablespoon and teaspoon. I've got a couple of tablespoons just in case, but these are quite helpful for like different things. And then also a knife because that's quite helpful for things. And then last two bits of equipment that you need is a cupcake tray. Mine's 3x4, so it makes 12 cupcakes in total. And knocking everything over. Right, and then the last bit of equipment is cupcake liners. These ones are by the pantry, but you can use any ones, obviously. So yeah, so now for ingredients. I've already weighed all mine out, but you can sort of do it as we go along in the video. So we've got flour. I will say all the measurements later, and I'll put it in the description down below. Butter and sugar, and so all of these are 120 grams. Yeah, all of them are 120 grams, and then we've got 2 eggs. These are like medium eggs, I would say. And then vanilla extract, as it's obviously vanilla cupcakes. And then hundreds and thousands, because they are obviously going to be sprinkle cupcakes. And I will also show ingredients for the buttercream when it comes to making the buttercream. So yeah. Okay, so first things first, I'm going to tie up my hair, obviously.
Let's get your first line
Also, I know my hair looks kind of gross because I was in the pool. But it's okay. Also, I had to pull my t-shirt up. My apron was rubbing, but it's okay. Next, I'm going to wash my hands, so I'm going to do that.
Don't forget, all of these answers being either H, or A.
Because you should always wash your hands before handling any type of food. Yeah. Next, okay, so next we are going to line our cake tin. So I'm going to put it down. We're going to get our cake liners, and we're going to start lining it. I will show it to you in a second. Obviously, you can use sort of like any size cake tin. Just yeah. I also only have enough cake liners. Oh wait, actually, I think I do have. Right, I do have some more cake liners. You're just gonna have to bear with. Now I'm gonna line the rest of these cake tins. Just So, that is our cake tin round. Obviously, all ones like that would have been ideal, but it's okay. We've got these ones. So yeah, that's our cupcake tin. So I'm going to pop that behind me there, and I'm also going to preheat the oven just so we can get them straight in when we're done making them. So, oven. Ouch, that is very slippery. And then I'm going to okay, oven is preheating and now we can start. Okay, so we're going to start off by grabbing our mixing bowl and our sieve, and we are going to get our sugar. We don't need the sieve with the sugar. We're going to pour the sugar in to the bowl like so, see that, and then we're going to put in our 120 grams of sugar, and then now we're going to put in our 120 grams of butter. Make sure it all gets in, so the spoons come in handy. We don't want to touch the food. Okay, there we go. As I said, obviously, I already weighed all my ingredients. You can obviously do it as we go. So that's our butter and sugar in. And then what we're going to do is we're going to grab our whisk and we're going to mix it together. So I'm going to show you guys that. I'm going to start doing it on the tabletop now, so rather than holding it, just because it's a bit easier to. I'm going to use my spoon to get it out the way, because as you can see, the butter is getting stuck in the whisk, and if it does happen, just use a spoon and start banging it out. To be honest, you probably should soften your butter a bit. I didn't. I got it straight out the fridge, so it's not as soft as it should be, which is why it's getting stuck. If it's softer, it will probably be a bit better to whisk. I mean, it has been sat out for like a while before I actually started filming, but you know. Sorry about that. So yeah, basically the aim is to mix them. You want it to become like a buttery, sugary paste sort of thing, which this isn't becoming, which is very annoying. So I'm going to use a spoon rather than a whisk for a little while.
Where's the dog? Where's the dog? Well, we need to find where the dog is.
So,
Alright, you need to go upstairs and find out the dog's upstairs.
spoon for
Go upstairs and see if the dog's upstairs.
a
Let the
while.
dog out, mate.
She's here! Missy was upstairs!
Okay, so this is what it should look like. So it's sort of like a paste. So yeah, that is that. So next we are going to add our eggs, but we need to beat them in a separate bowl first. So I'm going to use this bowl right here. And I'm going to crack the egg into it, so I'm just going to move that bowl aside for now. crack in 2 eggs. That's a bit of shell in there.
Daddy, can I go to Christine's house to play football?
You can, yes.
Put 2 eggs in and put them straight in the bin. And then there's a bit of eggshell in there, so it is, so I'm just gonna
Sarah Kay, welcome again.
Hello, thank you.
So what do you do?
I'm a paramedic.
gonna
That's
get my hands wet because that makes it easier to get shell out of egg.
amazing, like giving babies and things like that. So
Gonna find where the shell is gone. Maybe there is no shell in it. I'm gonna wash my hands because obviously you shouldn't touch raw egg.
We're looking for any of the 10 different words that feature in the title of Richard Osman's first 3 full-length fiction novels, excluding the word "the," as that appears in all 3 books.
So here's our egg.
yes,
And we need to
What's it called?
beat this. I'm just gonna use a spoon. You're supposed to use a whisk, but I'm just gonna use a spoon because my whisk is covered in this stuff, and
I believe that
that's literally pretty much it
this word
for beating it.
I believe that it might be
So yeah.
Is Thursday terrible?
So now we're gonna grab our mixing bowl back. And I'm going to mix it into our butter and sugar mixture. I'm gonna mix that in. I will use the whisk in a second. And then also in our butter and sugar mixture, we are going to add a teaspoon of vanilla extract. Now I'm going to add just a tiny bit more as well. So that's the vanilla added. Now I'm going to stir it with the whisk. It is in desperate need of a stir it with the whisk. So I'm going to show you, this is what it. Okay, this is a bit difficult to show, but that's like what it's supposed to look like basically. It's just a bit difficult because basically I'm filming on my iPad because I don't have an actual camera yet, and it's just very difficult. Okay, so I'm just gonna keep mixing it until it like dry and fluffy. It also says to do it into the tail, but we won't go to the tail. Which I must say, weighing out all the ingredients first is actually very helpful. So yeah, I'm just whisking that all together. That is looking really good there. I don't know if you can see that very well, but that's looking really good. Okay. So next,
Okay, for £1,000 and a place in the final. If
sorry, right. Next, we're going to add our 120 grams of flour in. And I just realised I needed to sieve that, which is very annoying, but do you know what? We've done it now. So let's mix that in to make our cake batter. And the recipe I'm using actually says to add some milk, so I'm just going to grab the milk. Okay, I've got the milk, so I'm going to add a teeny bit in. We want our batter to be more runny than thick. Because right now that's what the batter's looking like. So I'm going to add just a tiny smidgen more of milk.
So you've lost your life now. Be really careful. Another incorrect answer, you'll lose the money
Right.
and your place in the family.
I'm going to leave it there. I'm not confident enough in anything else.
Okay, let's move the milk so you guys can see. And I'm going to keep mixing this. It's really thick at the moment, which we need it to be a bit more. Well, it is doing a good texture though. Okay, I'm gonna say that's a good cake batter. Now what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna whisk it for a while to make, because whisking it for a while will make it, or hopefully make it really, really nice and fluffy. Yeah, hopefully it will make the cakes really nice and fluffy, which is my aim. I really want fluffy cakes. Whew, this is an arm workout and a half. I'm going to show you the batter. That's what it's looking like. It is quite thick, but I reckon that's for the better, because I reckon it being that thick is going to make it mean it's going to be really fluffy. And obviously you don't want to over whisk, but you also don't want to under whisk, because obviously, as I said, whisking it makes it really, really nice and fluffy. So I'm just going to add a teeny tiniest bit more of milk. The milk doesn't really have a measurement. It's just like a smidgen of milk until it reaches your desired consistency. I also noticed I hold the whisk really weird. I don't mean to. Right, I reckon that's a really good cake batter. So as I said, I'm just going to keep mixing it. Also, please remember, disclaimer, do not eat your cake batter, even if you really want to try it or you really want to lick the spoon at the end. Don't, because it has raw egg in it and it can make you ill. I'm going to keep whisking. Whew, this is getting tiring. Right, I reckon that It's good. Now my sister has asked me to put in hundreds and thousands in the actual cake, but I'm going to do a couple that don't have hundreds of thousands in them because I'm plain ones. So I've got my really good looking cake batter, and what I'm going to do, I'm going to grab my prepared cupcake tray, and I'm going to grab a spoon, and I'm going to evenly place the batter. This is such a good batter, like look at that.
So this isn't so bad, is it?
So I'm going to start by doing the ones I want plain, and then I'm going to do the ones with hundreds of thousands. Also, just do one scoop in each one and then keep going back doing more scoops. This is what you want cake batter to be like, where it's not thick but it's not runny. Like, it's just perfect. I cannot wait for these. So as I said, just do one scoop in each, like so, and then I'm gonna scoop another scoop into them. You don't have to do too much though, because they do rise. So yeah, you're just gonna want, I'll show you roughly the amount. Also, I don't actually have enough for the last three, these ones, so I'm going to take them out, and I'm just going to put the rest into these ones. It's okay. I guess it's just probably best, and then it won't have hundreds of thousands in it, but I will put some on top, on the buttercream, but there's just wasn't enough batter, and I think putting the hundreds and thousands in it just
Right. Right, see you later.
So here they are. They're looking really good, and I'm gonna just space them out, kind of.
Where's your sister?
Upstairs, I think.
Clive?
Sorry about that, guys.
Clive?
I'm just reorganising them slightly. I don't know why, because they were fine where they were. I think I just wanted to move them to see if I could space them, and I couldn't. But here they are, they're looking really good, and hopefully will be really nice and fluffy. So next, what you're going to want to do is just bang your tray down. It just evens them out a bit. And now we're going to put them in the oven for about 10 to 15 minutes. I had to check then. So actually what I'm going to do first, I'm going to grab my timer, and I'm going to do 10 minutes. There we go. And I'm not going to press that yet, I'm going to wait till they're in the oven. But this is now preheated.
Right, as we go.
Yep. It's now, yeah. It's now, the oven's now preheated. Make sure you preheat your oven, because it's just easier than leaving it. And then we're going to pop in the cupcakes. And then I'm going to press start on my timer, and now I've got 10 minutes to tidy up. So I'm going to go tidy up, and I'll come back to you when the cupcakes are out. So yeah, bye guys. Hey guys, so I'm back. Oh. The cupcakes are out, as you can see. They are, yeah, they're cooling off. And now we're going to make buttercream, which is very exciting. I just need to grab my phone for the recipe. Right, so okay, so I'm gonna show you everything we need first, and then we'll make it. So first of all, equipment. You're gonna need a sieve, a bowl, piping bags, scissors, cup. Also I have just realised I need to turn the oven off. Right, okay. Oven is off, so we can start showing you the ingredients now. So for the ingredients, you're going to need icing sugar. This is 275 grams of icing sugar. You're going to need 140 grams of butter, milk, and the recipe doesn't actually say to add this, but I've also got vanilla because I feel like it would add to it. We'll see if we'll add that. And then obviously hundreds and thousands for decorations. So let's get into it. We're going to start by getting our bowl. Now I don't actually have a whisk because it's mucky, so we're just going to have to try our best. But we're going to put the butter in. To beat it till it's soft, but I am going to put it in the microwave. I'm going to cheat a little bit, but I'm going to put it in the microwave to soften it a bit because it's like just come out of the fridge, so it's very hard. So I will be back. I'm back and I've got my softened butter. I've also got two new bits of equipment. I've got a spatula and a whisk. I know I said I didn't have one, but I've got one now. So now we've got the butter softened, I'm going to whisk it a bit. This might be a bit too soft, but that's okay. As you can see, I'm just whisking it. Okay, the butter is now whisked. And now we need to add half of the icing sugar. Make sure you only add half, no more, because, yeah. So I've got my sieve here. Make sure you sieve it as well because icing sugar is very, very lumpy. I'm going to say that's about half. But yeah, icing sugar is very lumpy. I've dropped some of the lumps in there, so I'm just going to get them out. It's not too bad, it's just better to sieve the icing sugar. In. You can use your spatula and do this, and it pushes it through. It's easier than like tapping it. So yeah, or you can do this, but I would recommend tapping it or using the spatula. And when I say tapping it against the palm of your hand, shaking it lightly. So as you can see, very lumpy. You don't want big lumps like that in your icing because yeah, that just wouldn't be nice to have lumps of sugar in your icing. And if you drop a couple of the lumps in there, don't worry because you can get them to disappear, so it's okay. This step also is usually kind of easier with a spoon, but the spatula also works well. I'm going to tap again. And this does seem like a lot of icing sugar, but I mean, it is a lot, but I mean, it's worth it when you get such a nice buttercream out of it. I am just going to grab a spoon. Since a spoon's easier to break it down, so. Also guys, sieves will have these little bits which you hook onto your bowl, which means you don't have to hold it whilst you're like doing stuff. So yeah. The lumps just are not breaking, so I am just going to smash them off a bit. This ice and sugar is just really hard. Okay, I don't think I'm going to be able to get these lumps out, but it's okay because we've still got a lot of ice and sugar. So I'm just going to put these in. Right, okay. Icing sugar, like the half of it is in there. I'm just going to put a teeny bit more in. A bit much. It's just, because I've removed some of it, I'm just going to. Then this seems already like it's a lot easier. Do. Yeah, that was a lot easier to do. Right, I'm now going to whisk that in with the butter. Now this is going to make it all thick like this, but not to worry. I also realised I don't know if I showed the milk, so there's the milk. But actually it's not gone too thick, it's actually like that, which is actually really good. So, next is we are adding the rest of the icing sugar, so I'm just gonna move the whisk. I'm gonna put the rest of that into the sieve and sieve it out, because obviously, as I said, sieving it just means that your buttercream will be a lot smoother and nicer to eat. So yeah, I actually love like sieving stuff. I don't know why, it's just really satisfying, because very recently, like a couple days ago, I made some chocolate cupcakes and they were amazing. So then I was like, oh, I think I'm gonna make vanilla ones. So yeah. But what I might do as well is do like vanilla cupcakes or chocolate buttercream. I do want to do vanilla cupcakes with a jam filling. I was going to put jam in these ones, and then I thought, I don't know how, and it's probably best that I don't ruin my cupcakes. I've seen people just do it with a syringe, but I don't know. I just think that I just thought they'd be nicer without. Right, I'm going to need my spoon again because I've got a bunch of little bits. I do love sewing stuff down because it is quite satisfying to see it come out all different, but it's also quite time consuming, I'm not going to lie. And once we don't need to include. Right, I'm now going to, hold on. We're also going to add a teaspoon of milk, and this just thins it out slightly because otherwise it will be right. There we go, that was about a teaspoon, just because otherwise it will be a bit too thick because it is a lot of icing sugar for that amount of butter. So okay, this is what the buttercream's looking like. It's actually quite thin. And I did sort of think it would be a bit thicker. And obviously the recipe doesn't say to do this. But I'm going to add a tiny bit of vanilla. Just like 1 cupful. Just because I feel like that will make it taste really nice. It's just like the consistency I'm just not too happy with. It is just a bit runny. I'm going to come back with a bit more icing sugar. So yeah, see you in a bit. I've got some icing sugar here. I'm just crunching it up a bit. Right, I'm just going to take my whisk, just because this is really runny buttercream, and I think because I'm going to pipe it, I'm going to just make it a bit thicker, otherwise piping it's going to be too runny to pipe. This icing sugar, this is just so, like, it's so dry. I'm just going to do a bit at a time so I don't make it too thick. So I'm just going to try that. So as I said, I don't want it too thick, but I don't want it too runny. Icing sugar is just, it's too hard. Like all these bits are just rock. It's not going well. I've just poured that into a bowl because there's more powdery bits. That's better. It's not really runny now. It's a lot better consistency. I'm happy with it. Yeah, I'll come back in 2 seconds. So, cupcakes, they aren't fully cooled yet, and I can't put buttercream on them until they're like fully cooled, just because the buttercream will melt, but they're not too far off being cooled. But yeah, so obviously I'm not going to put this in the piping bag just yet. Also, I've got to say, if you've got a piping tip, use a piping tip. But I don't have one, so I won't be using a piping tip. But yeah. But I'm going to try a bit of the buttercream to see if it's nice. I'm going to add some more vanilla. I'm going to do too much more, but I don't know, it just didn't taste right. Yeah. Look at that. Right, I'm going to try some now. Well, I've added the vanilla. Yeah, that tastes better. It's just not thick, if you get what I mean. Like, it's not the texture you would expect, but I'm going to add a tiny bit more vanilla. Oh, that's so sweet. Ooh. That is really sweet. It's because of how much ice and sugar's in it. It's just like so sweet. I'm just like that right now. It's supposed to taste more buttery. It doesn't taste more buttery. It just tastes so sweet. I don't know if I can put that on. Oh, really sweet. Yeah, that is really sweet. Anyways, I'm going to prepare the piping bag. So we've got a cup, and you're probably like, why have we got a cup? But I'll show you. Gonna grab out the piping bags. Now, as I said, I don't have a piping tip. Gonna get one. I'm going to get the scissors and cut the corner now. And then you're going to want to open it up first. And then you're going to want to put it in your cup. And fold it over the cup like that. And then you can get your buttercream in. So I'm gonna grab my spatula and I'm gonna start scooping the buttercream in. Oh. Buttercream's so runny. I'm gonna put it in the piping bag, but I might end up doing like one cupcake and then being like, no. But yeah, you're gonna wanna just scoop in. It doesn't matter if you accidentally spill it over the edge of it, because that is part of the piping bag. And then I'm gonna pull out. It's heavy, there's a lot of buttercream in here. I'm gonna move all of that. Just trying to move that. And then I'm just gonna grab this cupcake because and then basically it's like that. But I'm just gonna go get my sister to try the buttercream. So I'll be back. I'm back. My sister tried one and she really liked it. So I'm gonna do the rest. Also I was gonna put sprinkles on, but we've realised they're very out of date, so that's a no. And I'm gonna grab the rest of my cupcakes. Now I have to do some of these without icing for reasons. So I'm gonna do like the three red ones with no icing, and then the yellow ones can have icing. So I'm gonna move them. And then I just hate that the buttercream's gone so runny. Like, it's just so annoying. So these have gone from being sprinkle cupcakes to just being plain vanilla. So I'm very, very sorry that they're not what I actually said they were going to be. But I am still going to decorate them. Cool, because why not? And I'm doing some different piping techniques on each one. Oh no. The buttercream's coming out the top. Oh no. I don't get why it's doing that. It's like, I'm literally moving all the buttercream down. Oh, this is just turning into a complete buttercream there. Okay, I've got one more cupcake to do, so I'm just gonna finish. That was way too much icing. Okay, this buttercream's become very messy. I will be back once I've tidied my hands. I'm going to use this to decorate them. Okay. This is them. They're looking cute. And then what I'm going to do, right, I've got a plate. I'm going to pop these in a plate and get them in the fridge, just so that buttercream can set. Right, I put the cupcakes in the fridge so the buttercream can set, so it's not so runny. And yeah, I hope you enjoyed this video. I know I did. And yeah, as I said, obviously, I hope you enjoyed it, and you've made some really nice cupcakes yourself, and yeah, just obviously if you're doing buttercream, maybe get a different buttercream recipe, because this buttercream, yeah, it's just not how buttercream should be, but you know, it's okay. I just hope I've saved it, but yeah, I really hope you've enjoyed this video, and I hope that you guys will comment down below what else you want me to bake, because I'd love to know what you guys want me to bake and what you want me to show you how to bake. So yeah, I'd be happy to do that. I will definitely also do some chocolate cupcakes, since I did them before and they were so good. So yeah, but I'm gonna go enjoy a cupcake, so cheers.